In order to define self-directed education, I first have to define education. For many people, probably most people in this world, the word education is confounded with the word schooling. If you ask somebody, how educated are you? You kind of expect them to answer in terms of, do they have a high school diploma? Did they go to college? We use it as a synonym with school. But of course, if we're talking about self-directed education, we're talking about children's natural ways of educating themselves. We can't be confounding education with schooling. Education must have some separate meaning than just how many years you were in school. If we think about more deeply about what most of us would like the word education to mean, it doesn't necessarily correlate with schooling. The way I would define it, that education is the sum of everything that a person learns that enables that person to live a satisfying, meaningful, and moral life. Note that I didn't say it's everything that a person learns. We can learn stuff that's nonsense. We can learn bad habit. We can learn stuff that isn't true. We can learn stuff that hinders us. So education is that stuff that we learn that's good for us. So by definition then, education is a good thing. Education is that part of learning that is good for us, good and good for the rest of the world, because it makes us more moral. Doesn't necessarily correlate with schooling. You know people who had very little school who by that definition that I just gave are very well educated. And I think we all know people who've had a heck of a lot of schooling who by that definition are not very well educated. They're not living satisfying, meaningful, and moral lives.